Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JC Sports Replays. This is Joe bringing you more of what you love. Your 1986 Strat-O-Matic baseball replay. Well, it's mine, but it's yours too, because we're playing all the games for this replay on YouTube, live and in living color. Well, maybe live, largely live. We may, we may occasionally record a game, like we did the first few, but the plan is to kick it until we stick it, whatever the hell that means. I don't know what it means. In any case, we've got your San Francisco Giants visiting your Houston Astros. San Francisco has yet to score a run in 2 games this season, both of them against Houston. In game number 1, Nolan Ryan shut them out. A complete game 3-hit shutout with 10 strikeouts for Ryan. And in game number 2, Mike Scott made his season debut in spectacular fashion and pitched back-to-back 3-hit shutouts with Ryan. He struck out 14. So 6 hits in 2 games for San Francisco to just no runs and 24 strikeouts against the Houston number 1 and 2 starters. Now we're here to watch Bob Nepper see if he can continue the Astros starting pitching success. Dan Gladden will lead things off against Nepper. Now let's do the holds. Just woke up from a nap, which apparently I needed. We were out late last night. Had a good time, but used to getting up pretty early and got up almost as early as I always do, despite being out much later. And it caught up with me after we did those 2 games this morning and had some lunch. So it's Gladden. We didn't do the holds, right. -3, +2, -1, so -3, -5 for San Fran. And Blues a -2. He'll be working with Brenly's +1. That's a -1, so -3, -5. Both teams with the same hold rating today. Here's Gladden to lead it off. Got time to squeeze a game in, so we're going to squeeze a little bit. Gladden with a base hit to lead off things, a single for Dan. He'd be a 15. He can get a good lead. We're going to go straight to it. He's going to try. That's going to be a 3. Gladden has a good lead. He'll be a 1-15 to steal this base, and he's in at second. There might be a throwing error on Bailey. 1-5. No throwing error. A nice save out there by Thon. But Gladden has this base stolen. They'll hold him at second. I might have to let the dogs outside in a minute. Here's Will Clark. Gladden on second. Clark waiting. A 6-5 against a left-hander. Strikes out Clark, first out of the inning. That'll bring up switch-hitting Chili Davis, batting right against Nepper. Pick those dice up, Joe. How about a 2-4 left-hander? Ground ball down to short. Dickie Thon has it and throws him out. And Gladden will hold. If there's a B, he'd move up. If it's an A, he'll hold. Let me just double check my Strata math. Yep, he holds. He holds in both cases, actually. That's 2 outs now, and Gladden's on second, still being held. And here's Jeff Leonard. Jeffrey playing left field today. How about a 2-8 against the left-hander? And there's a base hit for Leonard. He yanks it through the left side. Gladden was off with the contact and scores easily. It's 1-0. San Fran, and that's the first run of the year, not to mention the game. First run of the year for the Giants. They finally break through against Houston pitching. It took somebody named other than Ryan or Scott to make it happen. It took a guy named Bob to give up a run. So Leonard's on. He'll try to get a good lead, 4 or 6. He got a 4, 19 -3 is 1-16 for the steal. Barely guns it down there, but as is wont to happen with guys with suspect hold ratings. Actually, -3 is pretty good. These guys can move. Yeah, so the Giants with 2 stolen bases in the first inning, 1 run. Leonard on second for Chris Brown. 5-7 against the right-hander. Double 1 to 6, single 7 to 20. He's never met Rihanna, but he's got himself a base hit here. That's Brown's first hit of the season, and that's going to score Leonard. And it's 2-0 San Fran. So San Fran off to a good start here. Chris Brown is a 15. He's not going to try with 2 outs. How about a 2? He'd be a 12 if he tried and got a good lead. 2-5 against the lefty, and that's the second strikeout for Nepper. And that's a quick, not really a quick inning, 2-run score. But the side is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the first, and the Giants have taken a 2-0 lead. Scored an infinite number more runs than they did in the first 2 games combined. It's going to be Billy Hatcher against Vita Blue. Blue, another left-hander. Lefties matching up a lot on in the opening series, I see. I don't know if that's coincidental or if managers were doing that on purpose, but here's Blue. He'll face Hatcher, the right fielder. Hey, RJL Network, you lurk and listen. Welcome, man. Thanks for hanging out. Guys, check out RJL Network as well as our other fine supporters, if you get a chance to. Hey, Joel Horland. You played against Chris Brown in high school, 77, 78 in Los Angeles. That's cool, man. How did he rake in high school? Was he pretty good? I'd imagine so. So it's a 4-6 against the right-hander. Double 1 to 6 fly ball to center. This one is hit out toward Gladden. He's chasing it down. Get in there. And Gladden catches up with it to retire Hatcher for the first out. Here's Bill Doran, the sharp fielding second baseman. He's got a pretty good bat as well, 3-8. This one's driven out in the gap as well. Right center field. Home run 1 to 2. Otherwise, it's a double. It one hops the wall. Fielded quickly. Doran will be held to a double. So Doran on second. They will hold him. And here's Phil Garner. Garner playing third today. He's a third base 4E50, I noticed, which is, well, that's just a shame. Doran at second with 1 out. Here's Garner. How about a 5-5? Grounder to short. 2E18. Is he being held? Doran is being held, and Uribe is not responsible for the hold. So 2E18. I don't know if I rolled those, so I rolled them again. How about a 7-10? G2. G2 nothing. That's going to be the old 6-3. And does that runner advance or not? Nope, it does not. So Doran has to hold. Logically, I thought he would have to hold, and the chart confirms it. Second guessing myself as I wake up from my nap. So 2 outs now, and here's Glenn Davis. Davis homered big in his last homer. He played with Strawberry a year later. Crenshaw High was a powerhouse, I bet. Here's a 2-8 against the lefty. A line drive right at the third baseman. And Brown makes the play as we speak of him. The side is retired. There's 1 left. After 1, the Giants 2, the Astros nothing. Nepper's back out. Both guys have a, no, I'm sorry, Vita Blue has a 5 fatigue rating and Nepper a 6, if you're wondering. And I did these guys a disservice, folks. At third base, your umplate. That's a new word. At third base, your umpire is Dutch Rennert. Lee Wire mans second base. Fred Brocklander at first, and Ed Montague calls your balls and strikes today. It will be Robbie Thompson leading off the second. How about a 4-8? Grounded down to short. Dickie Thon is there and makes the play. Over to Davis for the first out of the inning. Here's Uribe, switch hitter. He's going to bat right. 6-9. Now that's trouble. Except he's got, oh no, he's got normal power against lefties. So homer 1 to 6, double 7 to 20. Hit high and deep to left field. This could be it. It's not. It's short of the wall and run down out there by Jeffrey Leonard. Oh no, Jeffrey Leonard's on this team. Pay attention, Joe. By not Eric Bullock either. Who the hell is that? We don't have a card for Bullock. So the left fielder is Pankovitz. Run down by Pankovitz, but Uribe has himself a double with 1 out. Shaking off the sleep, folks. I'm doing my best. And now it'll be Blue. Blue is a left hand. Oh, no, he's a switch hitter, actually. A 6N switch. So he will bat right against Nepper. How about a 6-10 batting right? Fly ball center field X. Back on the ball goes Gladden, a 3E6. How about a 10-8? How about an F2? And an F2, nothing. Medium deep. Runners on third would score, but Uribe's on second, so he'll retreat. And here's Gladden. Uribe on second. Gladden is 1 for 1. Scored a run and stole a base. Not in that order. 3, 4. Base on balls. Gladden will take the empty base down at first. So first and second. Uribe is a threat to steal third, so they are holding him. With 2 outs, it's Will Clark. Clark struck out his first time up. Nepper ready. Clark waits. 5-5. Strikes him out again. Nepper seems to have Clark's number. There's 2 left. And that inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Houston coming to bat. Vida will face Kevin Bass, Dickie Thon, and Mark Bailey. Here's the switch hitting Bass. He's batting right today. 1-5. Base hit. Bass goes over the shortstop's head and has himself a single. They'll hold him on, and here's Dickie Thon. I made a rhyme. I hope it's not a crime. 2-4 for Thon. Home run 1, fly ball to right field B. Chili Davis going back on this one. Thon hit it well, but not well enough, and Davis is there to make the catch. Kevin Bass retreats to first. Switch hitting catcher Mark Bailey up. Strange he's in there against lefties. Maybe, well, he doesn't hit either side, actually, now that I'm looking at it. What the hell did Bailey hit? That's a terrible card. 176 and 153 at-bats. That explains it. Pardon me. They had high hopes, and those hopes were dashed. But for now, Bailey's in there with Bass on first, being held. 1 out. About a 110. Grounder to second. Robbie Thompson scoops it, fires to Clark, and Bailey is retired. Bass makes his way to second base. So 2 outs now, and here's Pankovitz. Pankovitz, the leadoff batter in the first 2. Now he's batting 8th against the left-hander, because Eric Bullock was not available, as a carded player, that is. Here's Vida Blue, ready from the stretch. Pankovitz waits from the right side. A 5-10. Shortstop X. Bass being held. Let's see. Does it matter? It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter if it gets through, but whatever. Shortstop X is 2E18. Jose Uribe, a 16-15. I never liked those 15s. G1. Sure enough, it's an E1, baby. Uribe gets there, stops it, drops it making the transfer, and they will give Pankovitz... No, they call it an error. Uribe made more out of that than it should have been. Bass gets over to third, and now it's first and third with 2 outs for Nepper, who's a 1WL. Well, Bob's going to have to try to get the job done and get lucky, because runners on first and third and 2 outs. We're only in the second. How about a 6-5 against the, let's say, left-hander? Yep, that's a N home run 1-16 or a triple. Figure that one out. So it's a single or a triple. It's a triple for Bob Nepper. He goes the other way with it. It flies over everybody's head. All Jeffrey Leonard can do is watch as it one-hops the base of the wall. Nepper is chugging around second. Bass has scored. Here comes Pankovitz around third. He will score. The throw finally comes in. Nepper hits the deck, but it's nowhere near him. A 2-run triple for Bob Nepper ties this game up. Fuck you, Jobo. I'll do it myself. Nepper was tired of waiting for his guys to produce, and he's got himself a game-tying triple here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Hatcher. Nepper not being held to third. I'm not even going to look at what his steal rating is. He's not stealing home. How about a 4-7? Single 1, a liner to third. Chris Brown tries to make a play, and no! No, it's by him. Hit well by Hatcher down the line, and that one kicked off a pebble or something, went over Brown's glove. They're going to give Hatcher a base hit. And just like that, The Astros lead 3-2. Hatcher, of course, going to try to get this good lead again, 3-7. Love to be in scoring position. That 6 will do it. So he'll be a 1-15 to steal this base, and he's in there under the throw from Brenly. Late tag, a high throw, and Hatcher has his stolen base. So Billy's on second with 2 outs. And here's Doran. Doran doubled his first time up. About a 3-10 against the left-hander. Uh-oh, that's clutch. So instead of... It's a pop-up on the infield, and be handled by Uribe to end the inning. The clutch kills Doran. I don't want to say he choked, because he did his best. But he fucking choked. Pardon my French. You speak French too? Oh, that's good. This is good. I like when you speak French. So we got a 3-2 game. Houston has regained, or taken the lead, pardon me. I say regain the lead because they've had the lead all two games so far. Now they have it in the third. It's Davis, Leonard, and Brown to face Nepper. Davis 0 for 1 today. No. Ah, it's right here. I can get it. I can get it. Okay. About a... Oh, after all that, it's possible balk. Doesn't matter. 2-9. 2-9. Triple 1 to 3, single 4 to 20. These balls are being hit today. That's a base hit for Chile. Chala Davis. Chile's going to be held. He'll steal the occasional base. It's Jeff Leonard up now. Jeff singled, drove in a run, stole a base, and scored a run. Productive first at bat for Leonard. Let's see what happens in his second at bat. How about a 6-2 right-hander ballpark homer chance? Leonard's power is normal. He's a right-hander. It's a 1-5. It's tough to hit him out here in the dome, and he will not hit this one out. A fly ball to left, taken by Pankovitz, 1 away. Here's Chris Brown. RBI single his first time up. About a 2-7. Grounded down to short. That's going to be trouble. Thon is there. Flips to Doran for 1. On to Davis. It's a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. So hope springs eternal, but their hope has been snuffed out here in the third. 3 up, 3 down the non-traditional way. And the Astros will come up looking to add to their lead. They're going to send Garner, Davis, and Bass. Here's Garner. Grounded out his first time up. About a 1-8. Grounded back to Blue. He handles it and makes the throw. Garner's retired, 1 away. Here's Davis. Glenn is ready. 6-8. Base on balls. Blue misses low, and Davis lays off. He doesn't chase on the 3-2 pitch. So Glenn down to first, an occasional base stealer. He'll be held. And here's Kevin Bass. Bass 1 for 1 with a run scored today. He bats right. Blue throws left. They're looking for a double play. How about a 5-10 right-handed? Strikes him out. That'll work too. And that's the first strikeout of the day by the Blue. That'll bring up Dickie Thon. Dickie was going to be a power hitter when he grew up until somebody plunked him in the side of the head. 2 outs here. Davis on first. How about a 5-7? To credit my audience for filling me in on that fact. Folks, I didn't remember it. It's going to be a second base X, and he will be responsible for the runner. So a 3E20 is Thompson on this X chance. 19-6. That's still a G1. And what did I say? 6 on a 20? Bow out, bow out. Thompson will make the play. 4-3. And the side is retired. We're through 3 in a hurry. For me, anyway. It's hard to be in a hurry when you do the play-by-play. We're not really in a hurry. I do have a dinner date with my wife in about an hour. So we'll make sure we keep this game moving. It's Brenly coming up, followed by Thompson and Uribe for the Giants in the third. They trail by 1. They do not want to start the season 0-3, folks. How about a 4-6? Well, maybe they do want to start the season 0-3, because that's the 4th strikeout of the day. Brenly's been a victim twice. Here's Robbie Thompson, 0 for 1. We'll wait patiently for that spinner. It's a unique pitch by Nepper, this spinner die. It's a 1-9 against the lefty. Base hit up the middle. Thompson's going to be on first. He's got a little bit of speed, but not enough to risk it all here. And Uribe comes to bat. Jose doubled his first time up. This time he walks. So that one gets away from Nepper, and now it's first and second with one out. And the good hitting pitcher, Blue, will be up. Vida batting right. He's a switch hitter. Switch hitting pitcher. I never realized that about Blue. I don't play a lot of Super Advanced prior to, not in years anyway. I started out on Super Advanced way back in the day, and as I as I got back into Strat as an adult, I gravitated toward Basic after a couple of Super Advanced games because I wanted to play quick after dinner when I was coming home from work. So here's Blue. He's 0 for 1.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, when are you going to shower?
I got time. She's coming over 5, right? Yeah, only 4 o'clock. 4-8. As you can see, the wife's concerned I will make our time, but I will. I'm a good time manager usually. 4-8, he's batting right. Pops it up on the infield. Somebody's playing first, I swear to gosh they are. Actually, who the hell's playing first? Oh, Glenn Davis, I missed him. Davis makes the play behind first. And here's Gladden. First and second, 2 outs. Gladden is perfect so far. A single and a walk. How about a 6-12 for the perfect guy? First base X. No hold applied there, so Davis is a 4E12. Thank goodness he doesn't want to be a 5 ever. 4 is probably worse enough for the 4 here. A 411 on the 412. That's going to be a single 2. No error. A run will score, and we've got a tie ball game, folks. Thompson comes around, Uribe to third, and Gladden has himself an RBI base hit, and his second hit of the day. He's perfect in 3 trips. So first and third, Gladden held on, and here's Clark with 2 outs. About a 2-9 against the lefty. Strikes him out. So he gets out of trouble, but not before trouble is realized. A 1-run in, tie ball game as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Pardon me while I have a little sip of water. I had a gulp of water. Woke up with a dry mouth. It's that winter weather, man. With the heat on, the house just gets kind of dry, so. It's not Canada dry, it's Jersey dry. Here's Bailey. He bats right against the lefty Blue. How about a 3-8? Grounded down to third. There's Brown again. And Bailey can go take a seat. 1 away. Pankovic's getting playing time for all these uncarded left fielders for the Astros. How about a 2-8? That's a base hit for Jim. He finds himself on first. He's not sure how he got there, but he'll stick around. That'll bring up Nepper. He's a terrible hitter. And he'll try to get Pankovic into scoring position and avoid a double play. So let's get our handy-dandy sacrifice chart ready. He'll be a D with the corner in. And how about a 3-8? 3 means it'll be fielded by the catcher, and an 8 on a D means it's 1-2. Nobody's fielded that one, folks. So the count's 1-2. Will they keep the bunt on? Let's see. Blue delivers, and yes, Nepper squares around. This time it's a 4-7. I think that'll get the job done. 4 means first baseman will field it, and 7 is a sack. So sacrifice hit, 3-1. Clark fields it and flips to Blue to retire Nepper, but Pankovic's now in scoring position with 2 outs. Don't discount those extra bases sometimes, folks, especially when you know you're giving up an out anyway with a pitcher 1 batting. A guy in scoring position is very valuable. He can score pretty easily a lot of ways. Here's Hatcher, 1 for 2. Drove in a run earlier, 1-8 against the lefty, and it's a clutch. Again, a single left field, but it's a clutch, so this one is popped up on the infield. I don't care what the Strat rulebook says. We're going to call it a 4, and that'll end the inning. Because in my mind's eye, it was popped up the other way. So nothing doing for Houston in the fourth. An out's an out in that case. And here's Nepper to take on Davis, Leonard, and Brown. Chili is 1 for 2. 2, 6. Now he's 2 for 3. A single to right field.
Did you let them out?
No. Midge would like to go outside. And she's going. So Davis on first. Here's Leonard. Jeff is 1 for 2. That die veritably took flight. How about a 4-9 against the right-hander, pardon me. Single 1 to 6 or a line out to third. A line drive, but it's right at Garner, and he corrals it. Leonard steps briskly back to, well, not Leonard. Davis steps briskly back to first. There's one away, and a man on first for Chris Brown. Brown 1 for 2 so far today. 2-5. Grounded down to second base. Doran will have it. He'll have only one play. Fires to first. Brown is retired and Davis into scoring position. Here's Brenly. Bob struck out twice so far today. About a 3-10. Left-hander, that's not a strikeout. That is hit deep to the right field gap. It's going to go for extra bases. Davis is around third. He's in to score. That gives the Giants the lead. Brenly will pull up at second with an RBI double. 2 outs here in the fifth. And the Giants now lead 4-3. So Brenly's on second. There are 2 down. And here's Robbie Thompson. 1 for 2 today. About a 4-6. Strikes him out. That's number 6 for Nepper. Which is great and all, except he's trailing again. It's 4-3 Giants as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Blue will face Doran, Garner, and Davis. Doran's 1 for 2. He doubled way back. It's a 3-11. And this time, a ballpark single chance. 9-9. That's a base hit for Bill. He'll settle in at first and think about stealing second in just a moment as Garner comes to the plate. He could put the hit and run on, but Doran's going to try to get a good lead. The 8 is not a good lead, as Blue throws over to hold Doran close. Chases him back to the bag a couple of times, and Garner is in the box waiting for the first pitch. How about a 3-7 against the left-hander? Double 1 to 6 fly ball to right. This one's hit the opposite way. It could be trouble. It is. It's going to get in there. That was a 3-7. No asterisks on this double, so Doran is around third, and they're waving him home. I don't care what it is. He was being held, so he's a 1 to 16. Right field is armed. Chili Davis is a -1. 1 to 15. They're going to concede the tying run. And Garner has himself an RBI double. Oh, why are they conceding? Oh, well, I called it. Let's rabbit hunt. Would he have been safe? Yeah, he would have been safe ahead of the throw. So Garner's on second. He's being held. And here's Glenn Davis. It's a tie game again. Houston won't go away. How about a 1-5? Base on balls. Davis will occupy the empty sack, and it's first and second with nobody out. We're in the fifth, and that's Blues fatigue, actually. So Vida's tired, and he looks it. So they're going to go get him. That'll be his day. The dogs are insistent they want to come back inside already. Nobody poops that quick, Oscar. Keep at it. So Blues' day is done. He went just 4 innings before getting into trouble here in the fifth. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. No homers. 4 runs so far. Walks and strikeouts. It's going to be 1 strikeout, 1, 2, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. The new pitcher is going to be. Going to need a little length here. Berenguer. Juan Berenguer will come in. and try to keep the score right where it is. He inherits a first and second situation with nobody out. I can't spell his name all of a sudden. I'm going to put him there. We want some length here, so what are we going to do as far as the double switch? We could swap out Thompson. Anybody who can play second? We do. Got a couple of second base candidates. None of them field that well, but how about Joel Youngblood going to come in and play second? So, un momento, por favor. Yeah, Blues Day is done. Thompson's day is done. He's a second base 4E41. So literally twice as bad. And Thompson's going to come out. And that's where the pitcher's hitting card will go. We need a pitcher's hitting card 1. We'll go after Brenly, and we're all set. So Berenguer comes in first and second. It'll be Bass at the plate with nobody out. Tie game now. 2-10. That's a clutch symbol, but it doesn't matter yet because there's not 2 outs. A base hit for Bass. Garner comes around to score. Davis over to third, and Bass has an RBI single, and he gives the Astros a 5-4 lead. What's the hold? +1. Berenguer +1, Brenly +1, +2. So hold is now a 0 -2. So Bass on at first, he's being held. Davis at third, still nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. And Dickie Thon is due. Thon 0 for 2 so far today. How about a 4-4 right-handed? Ballpark single, 1-9. A base hit for Thon. Another run's going to score. That's going to make it 6-4. Bass gets over to third. And this one's trouble, folks. It's getting out of hand quick. First and third, Mark Bailey. Still nobody out here in the 5th. The Astros have plated 3 so far. It's a 3-6. A base on balls will load the bases. So Bailey trots down. Thon moves over to second, and Bass hangs out at third. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Pankovich. Pankovich 1 for 2 on the day. This one could get ugly in a hurry. Berenguer with the stretch. And the delivery, it's a 2-6. Strikes him out. First strikeout of the day for Berenguer. He finally bears down a little bit. And now he's got a shot because it's Bob Knepper coming up. And Knepper's going to swing away with the bases loaded. Bob's had a productive day. 2-run triple and a sacrifice hit thus far. He's perfect on the day. How about a 1-6? He's not perfect anymore. Second strikeout for Berenguer, and that's the second out here in the 5th. If he gets out of this with just those 2 runs scoring or 3 runs scoring, that's pretty good. Here's Hatcher. 6-7 against the right-hander. Single 1, line out to short. Look out for that one, folks. Uribe ranging and has it to retire the side. So 3 runs for Houston. They'll keep it right there. It's a 6-4 ball game. Knepper comes out for the 6th. That's his fatigue inning. To face Uribe, Youngblood, and Gladden. Uribe 1 for 1 with a walk and a double. 2-7. Pops it up on the infield. No problem for Thon, 1 away. Here's the new second baseman, Youngblood. Joel pretty savvy against left and right-handed pitching. Not a great fielder, though. That's why he sees a lot of time on the bench. This will be a 6-6. Grounded down to short. Uribe's there. Oh, I'm sorry. Uribe's not there. He's on the bench. Thon is there, and Youngblood's retired. 2 outs. That brings up Gladden. of the perfect day so far. 2 base hits, a walk, a run, a stolen base, and an RBI for Dan. My voice is cracking. How about a 2-5 against the left-hander? Strikes him out. That's number 7 on the day for Nepper, and he came up big this inning. Seemed to have happened our last few games, folks. The team gives the pitcher the lead. The pitcher comes in and does a shutdown inning in the 5th or 6th. Usually when fatigue is on the line. It's probably how it was in Crenshaw as well, the old Horland. Well, here we go with Doran, Garner, and Davis. Doran batting left against Berenguer now. These dice are jumping. That's a 6-8. Base on balls. Doran down to first. And that's trouble. 17 first steal success. 2-6-11 for the lead. 7 will not get the lead. 14 minus 2 is 12. He's not going anywhere. Here's Garner. Garner 1 for 3. How about 2-10? And that hold matters because it's down to Uribe. He goes to second for the first out. Youngblood turns it, and Clark is there. A 6-4-3 double play retires Garner and Doran. 2 quick outs now, and it's Glenn Davis coming up. Glenn's walked twice, scored a run. 0 for 1 officially. How about the old 1-5? Base on balls. Glenn not feeling like swinging the bat today, but he's getting on base all the same. So Davis down at first. Yeah, he's an occasional base stealer. He needs a 3. He'll give it a shot. No, he does have 3, but there's a 1 also, and that's a 4, so no lead for Davis. He's held closely. A single toss from Berenguer does the job. 2 outs, Davis at first. Here's Bass. Bass 2 base hits and 3 tries. 3-7. Grounded down to second. No problem there for Youngblood. Over to first to retire Bass, the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 left for Houston. They lead 6-4 as we head to the 7th. Here's Knepper. Berenguer threw 2 innings of work so far. When's he due up? He's still got a little ways before he's due up, so it will be Clark at the plate. Clark is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, an unusual line for Clark. 2-6 against the left-hander. That's enough of that, he says. Double 1-7, single 8-20. I'll take a double, please, Bill. So Clark in scoring position. And Davis comes to the plate representing the tying run. Chili's 2 for 3 on the day. How about a 5-11 right-handed? And Chili takes the empty base. A base on balls from Nepper. He's 1 hit or walk away from fatigue now, and here's Leonard. Leonard 1 for 3. Hasn't done much since. 4 for 10. 4-10. Grounded down to third. Garner has it. He'll go the short way. Retires Davis at second. Clark's going to be safe at third, and Leonard reaches on the fielder's choice. So first and third, 1 down for Chris Brown. Downtown Chris Brown. Used to hang out with Julie on MTV. I don't think that's true. We'll keep crossing worlds here. It's a 6-12, right-handed first base, X. Responsible for the hold, so Glenn Davis is going to be the terrifying first base, 5, E12. And he rolls a 20. That might be what he needed to not be in trouble here. Holy mackerel. Yep, that's the only G1 available for a 5. And a 12 on a 12. No 12 on the 12. That's going to be a double play to end the inning. A 3-6-3 inning-ending double play. And Nepper remarkably gets out of trouble here in the 7th. Go to the bottom half. Houston trying to add on. They lead 6-4. Here's Thon. Dickey 1 for 3, and let's make it 2-8. 2 for 4. A base hit for Dickey. A single up the middle. And he'll hold at first and be held as he tries to get a good lead. That 9 is not good enough, and Thon is going to stay right where he is. Mark Bailey ready. Bailey 0 for 2 with a walk. 6-8, batting left. Well, there's a base on balls. I think Berenguer is in his fatigue inning. Is he yet? Yeah, he is. He's pitched 2, and he's a 3, so Hitter walk for Berenguer, and that'll be it. Bankovic's up. Bankovic's 1 for 3. 4, 6, right-handed. Ground ball down to third. That's going to be a 5 to 4 to 3. Double play. Fon ends up at third. And Berenguer may yet survive this one. He's got to face the pitcher, Nepper, or does he? Let's take a look at this Houston bullpen, who is fully fresh. You know what? That's all we need to know. Houston bullpen has not yet been activated this season, and Nepper has been a little shaky, so we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Nepper's day will be done. So Bob goes 7. He stands to win it. He's got a 2-run lead when he leaves the game. Let's see what he did. You know, let's close the book here on. First, we're going to close the book on Blue. He gave up 6 runs. Neither of those 2 are earned. 4 of them earned. All right. So here's Nepper. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's been hit hard, actually. He's lucky to still be in it. No homers. 4 runs. Are they all earned? I think so. They are. 4 earned runs. Walks and strikeouts. 7 Ks. How about the walks? 1, 2, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts for Nepper. The vacuum cleaner doesn't like that line. Haven't heard from that thing in months. I don't know why it's talking all of a sudden. That's the Roomba, folks. I don't know what the hell's going on. And who's going to bat against Berenguer? It's going to be Jose Cruz. Cruz comes to the plate. Left-handed outfielder, getting his first playing time of the season, I believe. Berenguer with a 4-2. Left-handed strikes him out. So Juan gets out of trouble. That's his 3rd strikeout of the day. And he'll be done, by the way, because he's going to be due to bat next inning, and they're trailing. Cruz will come out. Un momento, por favor. We got some things to do. I got some stacks to move, man. Got to move these stacks around, you know? Nepper goes back in the rotation. We'll need a pitcher, but first we'll need a belly itcher. Wait, Berenguer will also be out. We'll need a lot of pitchers. We'll need a lot of things. We need a winning Mega Millions ticket. All right, what am I doing? So these guys are going to be out. We're going to need a pinch hitter at some point. But first, we need a pitcher to face Brenly and whoever the heck is coming in. This is where Berenguer is. Right? Yes. This will be the B. B for Berenguer. It's like the Berenstain Bears all in one thing. All right, now we'll have a C. That's going to be a pinch hitter. Due to bat second. Who will it be? Well, let's see who the pitcher's going to be first, Bobby. Nothing doing for the Astros in the 7th. Oh, no, wait. I'm confused. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's accurate. We're heading to the 8th, just making sure. And it looks like they're going to go to, who's going to set things up here? Charlie Kerfeld? Yes. Or Frank DiPino. No, not DiPino. Definitely not Solano. It's going to be Kerfeld coming in as a setup man for Houston. So Cruz is done. Pardon me. Kerfeld will come in to pitch the 8th. He is a 3E0 with a 3 fatigue rating if we need it. If somehow he doesn't do his job and things get tied up, he can go the distance for a little while. Whatever that distance might be. I'm losing my voice. Pardon me. with him coming up, let's see, he is a number 1 hitter. That would be after Pankovitz. All right, now we're set. Nope, we still need a pinch hitter now. So Brenly's going to be up, but we need a pinch hitter for Berenguer against the righty Kerfeld. And we're going to be consistent. It's going to be Mike Aldretti. He's been our left-handed go-to so far this season. And he will pinch hit for Berenguer here. So, in any case, Brenly is ready. Bob 1 for 3, a double and an RBI. 4-8 right-handed base on balls for Brenly. Not how you want to start things off, Kerfeld. Let's check the hold, by the way. That's a 0 plus 2, so it's going to be a 0 minus 2 hold. But they need 2, so Brenly is going to be held at first. And here's Aldretti, the left-hander. How about a 3-9? Strikes him out. Kerfeld strikes out Aldretti, and there's 1 away. Runner on first, 1 down. Here's Jose Uribe. Will they pinch hit for Uribe in this spot? Possibly. There's no lefties left on the bench, but there is the Candyman, Candy Maldonado. Will come in and bat for Uribe. That's going to be a D. Uribe's day is done. Have to sacrifice the defense here to try to get these 2 runs. It's Friendly on first. 1 down. Here's Maldonado against Kerfeld. 4-4 right-handed catcher's card X. A 4E4 is Bailey. It's going to be a 10-13. PP. And the 13 is nothing, so we got to check the pass ball rating for Bailey. No pass balls ever, so he pops out to the catcher for the 2nd out. Not a good at bat for Maldonado. That'll bring up Youngblood with the opportunity here to keep this inning going in the 8th. 5-8 strikes him out. 2nd strikeout of the inning for Kerfeld. And the Giants can't get anything going. So Maldonado will be done. And we'll have a new pitcher for San Francisco with a 2-run deficit. It's going to be Mark Davis. Mark Davis. He's coming in where Maldonado was in the 8th spot. And he is a pitcher, obviously. 4E51 with a 3 fatigue rating. He's a pitcher hitting 1. So that'll go there. That'll go there. And these guys will come over. Davis will come in. He will pitch to Hatcher, Doran, and Garner in the 8th. Astros nursing a 2-run lead. They lead 6-4. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Hatcher. He's 1 for 4. Hey, D. Scott Howard. Thanks for joining us. It's a 1-6. Left-hander grounded to short. Who's playing short at this point? I'm not really sure. Hold on. Do I have a shortstop? What did I do? Oh, I did that backwards. We need somebody. We need another guy. We need an F. So the F will be the shortstop, and that's going to be Quinones. Quinones. In Super Advanced, he's a shortstop, 4E60. Oh boy. And right away, he's being tested, I think. Let me just get these guys set up correctly. Right, so batting 9th is Youngblood. Batting 8th now is the pitcher. Aldretti's out, there's Quinones. Okie doke. So did we say 1-6? Is that right? Now I'm all confused, guys. We might have to re-roll this one. It's Hatcher, 1-6 against the left-hander. Shortstop B, I'm sorry. Quinones makes the play. Now that he's in the game, he was a little late getting out on the field, but he gets there in time to retire Hatcher. One away. Here's Doran. I confused myself. Too many moves. 3-8 lefty. Home run 1-2, double 3-20. Doran has been raking today and has his third hit of the day and his second double, and Doran's in second. Let's see the hold. Davis a -2. The catcher +1, so that's a -1. So that'd be -3, -5 again against Astros. Steelers. Doran being held at second. Here's Garner. 1-8. Grounded back to Davis. He will glance Doran. Doran retreats and throw to first to retire Garner for the second out of the inning. Apologize, my throat's a little raspy. Here's Glenn Davis. Glenn so far today, 0 for 1, 3 walks and a run scored. Davis delivers the 5-2. This is a ballpark homer. 1-5 chance. It's gone! Glenn Davis connects on a 1-5 ballpark homer chance. That's a 2-run homer, and now this one is a distant memory, folks. It's 8-4 as we head to the 9th. But wait, Houston still has one more out. That'll be Kevin Bass, 2 for 4 on the day. Glenn Davis with a monster shot, 439 feet away, and it's a 1-9 for Bass. Strikes him out, for all it's worth. The first strikeout for Davis, but he gives up the huge 2-run homer to Glenn Davis. Davis now homered in back-to-back games. And Houston has an 8-4 lead as we head for the 9th. In that case, Kerfeld's going to stay in. And he'll face the top of the order, Gladden, Clark, and Davis. Here's Danny Gladden, 2 hits on the day, a walk and a strikeout to go with it, 2 for 3 in the box score. This Houston team is something else, folks. 6-6 righty. Base on balls for Gladden. That's not how you want to start if you're Kerfeld. So Gladden's on. They'll hold him. He'd be an 18 if he gets a good lead, but they need 4. They're not going to go looking to steal. Here's Will Clark. Will's 1 for 3, double and 3 strikeouts. Get in there, man. 2-5 against the righty. Triple 1-2, double 3-20. Well, that might be it for Kerfeld. That is a 2-base hit. They'll stop Gladden at third with nobody out. In need of 4 runs. The on-deck batter is now the... Pardon me. The on-deck batter is now the tying run, and Dave Smith will come in, the Houston closer, for the first time this season. So Kerfeld goes 1. He can't do anything here in the 9th. And he will sit down as Dave Smith comes in to try to settle it down. 2 men on, nobody out. He's a pitcher 1E0. And this game's closer than it looked at 2 batters ago, folks. Second and third, nobody out. Those runs don't matter except they make it closer. It's a 4-run lead for Houston, and here's Chili Davis. Davis will bat left against Smith. 4-8. Single 1-3, line out to second. This could be trouble. It's a line drive, hit toward Youngblood. He just makes the catch. A little snow cone in his glove. He rolled a 4 on the 1-3 base hit chance. Davis is retired for the first out. That'll bring up Leonard. Jeff Leonard is 1 for 4 today. Smith waits. Leonard in the box, and Smith is from the stretch. 2-9. Strikes him out. Oh, we didn't mark the pitching change. There we go. 2 quick outs now for Dave Smith, and the Giants' chances are dwindling. They're looking at an 0-3 start, folks, and the Astros would like to make it 3-0. Dave Smith doing his best. Chris Brown is due up. Brown is 1 for 4. He's grounded into a couple double plays today. We only need 1 out here, though, says Houston. The pitch. We've got a jumper, as always. In critical situations, the jumpers seem to come. It's a 5-4 right-hander catcher's card X. Hold your breath. It's a 4E4 for Bailey. Runners on second, third, 2 outs. Testing the catcher, Bailey. 13-6. That's a PF. PF nothing, so we're going to test the wild pitch. 1-8. No pass ball, and that means a foul out to the catcher. Bailey corrals it behind the plate, and that's the game. So Smith comes on, gets 3 batters in a row, strands Gladden at third and Clark at second. The Giants end up with 4, but that's not enough because Houston had 8. Houston sweeps the series, 3-0. And what time is it? 4:35. It means I have to jump in the shower, but let us tell you, Blue takes the loss, Nepper the win, and Smith the save with 1 inning of work. 1 strikeout for him. Not much of anything else. What'd Kerfeld do? A walk, 2 Ks. 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 Ks for Kerfeld. Which means 10, 11 hits for San Francisco. But they only managed 4 runs. Baron Gare's line looks like 1, 2. 3 hits, no homers, no runs. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts for Baron Gare. Somehow he didn't let anybody get on. He gave up 7 base runners in 3 innings. And here's Davis. Davis gave up. He went 1. He gave up 2 hits, 1 homer, 2 runs, 2 earned. No walks and 1 strikeout. So 12 hits for Houston. How about the errors? Going out to MJ's Bar and Grill here in New Jersey tonight, folks. Have a couple of beers or maybe a glass of wine. I haven't made up my mind yet. No errors for the Astros. That's a big part of their success, folks, in these first 3 games. And E6 here. That error was on Uribe. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I appreciate it. It was a sleepy day for me. Well, we got 3 games in, which is pretty nice for a Sunday, and we have a holiday tomorrow, so we'll be playing something. I might take a break from Strat-O-Matic 86 and play something different. We'll see. I probably won't be back on tonight, but you never know. We're going out pretty early. I don't think we're staying out late, so might be a game later. But for today, it's the Houston Astros 8, the San Francisco Giants 4 from the Astrodome. Once again, Nepper the winner. Smith gets the save, and Vida Blue suffers the loss. Who's our MVP, by the way? Not him. Am I driving a lot of runs? Not really. Kind of scattered. We're going to give it to Bill Doran. Doran played some good defense and had 2 doubles and a single in 5 trips. Bill Doran is today's Houston Astros MVP of the game. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out with me as you see my flannel relaxation pants. I'll see you next time on JC Sports Replays.